Drake and Kendrick Lamar are the furthest thing from homies, but there was a time when they actually worked together. I don't think I've actually seen this music video.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the
I'll tell you what, man, this was a hit. But it's funny how things come together, right? Because you hear that opening, oh, and just that little female vocal cut and that sample. So originally, when this was being worked on, it was a posthumous album for Aaliyah, rest in peace, right? And a tribute album to her. And they took Aaliyah's vocal cut and used it for the instrumentation of this. And I've talked about this before. Like, I'm always a fan of just taking little vocal samples and vocal cuts and layering them into the instrumentation. Because obviously, everyone's voice is unique. So you get something just different dynamically in terms of range, in terms of how things can sound in harmonics by using vocals as a part of instrumentation versus what instruments and the sounds that they can actually make. So that was kind of step one in terms of the piece. And it's just funny how different parts came together to form this song. Step two was the fact that this was never originally written as a hook by 2 Chainz. This was a part of a verse of an unreleased track that him and Drake had worked on. And they did a studio session and they worked on multiple tracks. And Drake said when he heard this, it always stuck in his head. And he always thought, yo, that needs to be made into a hook. And then fast forward to how it's packaged to it finally being made into a hook and a hit single. We never got that 2 Chainz track with Drake, and he's talked about this before, but he's like, hey, I can't be mad because look at the money we made off of this one.
fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
If finding somebody real is your fucking problem, bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve it. Hold up, bitches in my dime. Taking hella long, bitch, give it to me now. Let that thing pop like it's in me over 9. Ooh, baby, like it raw with the shimmy, shimmy, yeah, huh? ASAP, yeah.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah. Shout out to ODB. Rest in peace to Old Dirty Bastard from the Wu-Tang Clan. And obviously, he's got the pop lines, popping a semi or a 9 versus make that ass pop.
Ooh, baby, like it raw with the shimmy, shimmy, yeah, huh? ASAP, get like me. Never met a motherfucker fresh like me. All these motherfuckers wanna dress like me, but the chrome to your dome make you sweat like me. Cause I'm the nigga, like how you.
Shout out to Andre 3K, man. Crumbling herb, right? Sweat like Keith. That's a little nod and a tip of the hat to that. But also, Keith Sweat was an R&B swinger. Like, he's making the female sweat versus sweat like Keith, and then flipping that from the Andre 3 Stacks line, man. Just a lot of little, like, old school hip-hop homage being paid on little bars throughout the track, man.
But the chrome to your dome make you sweat like me. Cause I'm the nigga, like how you figure, getting figures and fucking bitches. She rolling switches, bought her bitches, I bought my nigga.
Even that, I'm that 1, 2, 3, right? That pattern right there, that's a little nod to Manny Fresh and Juvenile, man. Take it down to the South, right? Back that ass up.
Like how you figure, getting figures and fucking bitches. She rolling switches, bought her bitches. I bought my niggas. They getting bent up off the liquor. She love my licorice. I let her lick it. They say money.
I love just to flip the wordsmithing of liquor into she like my licorice. Let her lick it.
Nigga act nigga rich. But at least a nigga rich. I be fucking bras like I be fucking bored. Turn a dyke bitch out, have a fucking bars. Peace.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem.
Some absurd lines from Rocky on this, but man, it's just like this track is just characterized by swagger, isn't it? It's just characterized by confidence and that composure, and there's almost like this one-upmanship throughout this. But it's funny how, again, all this came together because Drake is really the orchestrator of all this. But this was one where he didn't have an album on deck, so it didn't make sense for him to cut. He wanted to give it to someone else that was popping. So at the time, he actually tried to give it to Kendrick. And he wanted it on Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City because Kendrick reached out and wanted him on Poetic Justice, which they did, obviously. And then Drake was like, yo, like, let me give you something harder. Let me give you something sharper, because Drake being just aware of public perception of him that, hey, he's Mr. Loverboy. He's Mr. making these types of introspective tracks for the females. Like, I want something with a little bit more edge, a little bit more raw. So he gave it to Kendrick, and there's actually a leaked Kendrick verse that has never been put out there, which seemed like it was intended for Good Kid, Mad City. But Kendrick being Kendrick and the artist that he is, it just didn't make sense conceptually for that song to go on the album. So Kendrick passed on it. But obviously, he stayed on the track. So what does Drake do? Drake turns around and gives it to A$AP. And A$AP at the time, getting ready to drop his album, was feeling pressure. And he was like, yo, I need a hit song. Here's the Drake stimulus package right here. He was giving it.
She love my licorice, I let her lick it. Right. They say money make a nigga act nigga rich. But at least a nigga rich. I be fucking broads like I be fucking bored. Turn a dyke bitch out, have a fucking bars. Peace.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
It's an interesting mix of like static shots and then like obviously like sort of jerkier, like more handheld camera movement just to give it like just that pacing, that energy, that raw.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
If finding somebody real is your fucking problem, bring your girls to the crib, maybe.
Even those silhouette shots are actually really dope.
Fucking problem. If finding somebody real is your fucking
like just the angle.
problem, bring your
Yeah, okay. Maybe I should go to a strip club then if I'm saying that's a good angle.
girls to the crib, maybe we can solve. Oh, I know you love it when this beat is on. Make you think about all of the niggas you been leading on. Make me think about all of the rappers I've been feeding on. Got a feeling that's the same dudes that we speaking on. Oh, word, ain't heard my album, who you sleep.
Maybe think of all the rappers I've been feeding on. I mean, it's an interesting energy from Drake, isn't it? It's an interesting energy because this type of energy, this is like that Kendrick energy that you get in control.
Feeding on. Got a feeling that's the same dudes that we speaking on. Oh, word, ain't heard my album, who you sleeping on. You should print the lyrics out and have a fucking read along. Ain't a fucking sing along unless you brought the weed along. And just, okay, I got it. Then just drop down and get your eagle on. Or we can stay up at the stars and put the beat.
Shout out to Nelly, man. Drop down and get your eagle on. But interesting because a lot of people at the time speculated he was firing some shots at Chris Brown. And this is like that typical Drake thing, isn't it? Like he might have someone in mind. He might be like low-key dissing him, throwing those subtles out. But it could apply to anyone and everyone really at the same time. But we see him even back then moving in this way in terms of how he approached a number of his verses. And he's doing it now. You get it now when he's breadcrumbing just like little shots, little low-key disses at Kendrick in recent releases too.
Speaking on, oh word, ain't heard my album, who you sleeping on. You should print the lyrics out and have a fucking read along. Ain't a fucking sing along unless you brought the weed along. And just, okay, I got it. Then just drop down and get your eagle on. Or we can stay up at the stars and put the Beatles on. All the shit you talking about is not up for discussion. I will pay to make it bigger. I don't pay for no reduction. If it's coming from a nigga, I don't know the.
I will pay to make it bigger. I won't pay for no reduction. That's a wild lie.
For discussion, I will pay to make it bigger. I don't pay for no reduction. If it's coming from a nigga, I don't know that I don't trust it. If you coming from my head, then motherfucker get the bussin'. Yes, Lord. I don't really say this often, but this long dick nigga ain't for the long talking. I beast.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking.
I mean, it's funny that Drake had that line about, you know, the size of measurements down below. And then obviously we had that leak of certain measurements.
Coming from my head, then motherfucker get the bussin'. Yes, Lord.
Just Lord. I think for me, like, one of the things about this pocket from this verse, it's a busted, it's very staccato, right? It's very tapped, very measured in terms of delivery, and he's kind of condensing the rhyme schemes. And then he has these little moments when he just like picks a word and really elongates the vowels, and then he holds it out, and then he goes back to this tap and kind of in between, right? Just a nice little sense of dynamic shifting, like hold out and then punch back in, hold out and then punch back in. Like dope verse from Drake. In terms of flow, in terms of pocket and pattern. Like, look, man, obviously we're at the point now where everything is just so polarized. You know, you got people who love Drake, you got people who hate Drake, and they're going to say anything he puts out is trash. And the other side of things, people are just going to support even if it is trash. But Drake has been successful for a long time in music, right? We're diving back into the catalog. This is an example of a hit. It was a hit song for a reason. The dude knows how to put out hits. He knows how to make things sound good in terms of sonics, in terms of flows, in terms of delivery. Like, there's a reason why he's still up there in terms of numbers.
You print the lyrics out and have a fucking read along. Ain't a fucking sing along unless you brought.
And I'm not going to say that to cater to one fan base or another fan base. Like, I'm always just going to tell it like it is and tell you how I feel about
things.
Weed
along and just, okay, I got it. Then just drop down and get your eagle on. Or we can stay up at the stars and put the Beatles on. All the shit you talking about is not a foot.
Obviously, stare up at the stars. Rest in peace. Versus flipping into the Beatles, being actual stars. Smooth flip.
Discussion, I will pay to make it bigger. I don't pay for no reduction. If it's coming from a nigga, I don't know that I don't trust it. If you coming from my head, then motherfucker get the bussin'. Yes, Lord. I don't really say this often. puffin', but this long dick nigga ain't for the long talking, I beast.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem.
I love 2 Chainz energy, man.
And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
If finding somebody real is your fucking problem, bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve.
It's like the ultimate bachelor life song, isn't it?
If finding somebody real is your fucking problem, bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve. Yeah, ho, this the finale. My pep talk turned into a pep rally. Say she from the hood, but she live inside the valley now. Vacate in Atlanta, then she going back to Cali. Got your girl on my.
I'm going back to Cali. Shout out LL Cool J, man.
Real is your fucking problem. Bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve. Yeah, ho, this the finale.
Just love the way that beat kicks out for a minute. Like almost like that pause right before he announces, yeah, I'm going last. Look out.
To the crib, maybe we can solve. Yeah, ho, this the finale. My pep talk turned into a pep rally. Say she from the hood, but she
saw the little pom-poms there. Shout out to the pep rally.
Live inside the valley now, vacate in Atlanta, then she going back to Cali. Got your girl on my line, world on my line. The irony, I fuck 'em at the same damn time. She eyeing me like a nigga don't exist. Girl, I know you want this. Girl,
I like that line, man. That's such an underrated bar for me.
On my line, world on my line.
Got your girl on my line. The world on my line. Right? So he's effing your girl, and then he's effing the whole world as well.
The irony, I fuck 'em at the same.
The irony flipping it, man.
Time, she eyeing me like a nigga don't exist.
The irony. And then he flips that into she eyeing me. Nice little, like, internal rhyme while he's punching back out to the external schemes.
Girl, I know you want this. Girl,
hey.
I'm Kendrick Lamar, a.k.a. Vids too.
Shout out Martin Lawrence, man. Girl, I know you want this.
At the same damn time, she eyeing me like a nigga don't exist. Girl, I know you want this. Girl, I'm Kendrick Lamar, a.k.a. Vids to me just a car. That mean your friends is need be up to par. See my standards are pampered by threesomes tomorrow. Kill 'em all.
See my standards are pampered by threesomes tomorrow. 1 2 to 1 2 to 1 2 to 2. Right there. That little pocket, that flow switch is just so disgusting at the end of this, man.
I'm Kendrick Lamar, a.k.a. Vids to me just a car. That mean your friends is need be up to par. See my standards are pampered by threesomes tomorrow.
Be up to par, my standards, pampered by threesomes tomorrow. So he's having sexual innuendo, threesomes in that sense, but also like golf standards up to par, having a threesome in golf, going out and playing.
That mean your friends is need be up to par. See my standards are pampered by threesomes tomorrow. Kill 'em all. Dead bodies in the hallway. Don't get involved, listen what the crystal ball say. Halle, Berry, hallelujah, holla back, I'll do ya. Peace.
Holla Berry, hallelujah. We did a Kendrick Lamar breakdown of that already.
Berry, hallelujah.
You know, we could either take him to church and go hallelujah, or we could swerve and go this route and go the Halle Berry route.
Wait, don't get involved, listen what the crystal ball say. Halle.
Don't get involved, what the crystal ball say. Another warning. Isn't it funny, like Drake talking about other rappers, talking about how he dominates. Kendrick on the same track, it's almost like who can brag more. Kendrick's effing the world. Kendrick's warning, don't get involved. And then we all know, fast forward a year later with Control, and that's really when things started to decline. And there started to really be that contest between Drake and Kendrick. I wonder what this set was like, though. I wonder what it was like, because obviously the music video, working together, you had Good Kid, Mad City, you had those collaborations. Like, what happened there that made the schism really start to go off with Control? Because obviously Drake felt a type of way, but, you know, like situations happen in life, right? But those situations don't fully explain the break between Drake and Kendrick. I just wonder if Drake had ideas in his head after all these collaborations and working together, and then Kendrick had ideas in his head. So once Control dropped, and then they started to get a little funny with each other, that was all enhanced because of these previous experiences, these previous concepts and perceptions that they had of the other in their heads at this point in time.
Kill 'em all, dead bodies in the hallway. Don't get involved, listen.
Kill 'em all, dead bodies in the hallway.
What the crystal ball say, Halle, Berry, hallelujah, holla back, I'll do ya. Beast.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
If finding somebody real is your fucking problem, bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve this.
Who had best verse on that? It's easy. A$AP Rocky. Now, let me know down below. Like, the thing is that I find interesting is obviously for me, I love the artistry of Kendrick Lamar. I think he excels so well with storytelling, with those conceptual tracks. This type of track is more of a Drake lane track, which makes sense because obviously Drake is the one, as we explained, who orchestrated all this. Like, I love the way that Drake wrote his aspect of the beat when he had his time to do it, but I also love the way that Kendrick wrote his side of things. And I think it's really hard to like compare and talk like, well, who's technically rapping better here? I think this is more like, who do you feel more? Who's got more charisma on it? Like, Kendrick still peppered in some of those lines that go a little bit more metaphysical, that go a little bit beyond. But also, he knew the homework and he knew the assignment for a track like this in terms of fitting it, right? And just showing, yeah, I can skate in this lane as well, showing off his versatility, much in the same way that Drake kind of wanted to show off his versatility at the time. Like, look, not just love songs I make. I can make like raw hits like this. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about it, and try to behave in the comment section. Kendrick Lamar, A$AP Rocky, Drake, 2 Chainz. You were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, if you're here at the end, obviously doing the content, do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. It all goes a long way. It all helps. Also, don't forget to copy merch. knoxhilldmv.com. We got hats, we got shirts, we got hoodies, everything you need. If you want to rep the brand, if you want to support, it all helps. It all goes a long way. All right, everyone, stay safe, stay positive. Take care of these. Take care of these. I'll catch you again.
You know I'm going now with a bang. Bang. Tell them leave the bag in a bang. Bang. You should check the tags where we hang. You know I'm going now with a bang. Know I'm going now with a bang. Bang. Tell them leave the bag in a bang. Bang.